Hi guys, welcome to the channel. I've got a review for you guys today of something I'm actually kind of excited about. It's not that often that I get too excited about Craftsman products, especially as of late. These are newer sets. They're not brand new. They've been out just for a little bit now. If you guys haven't seen these yet, please stick around. We're going to go through them, what's unique about them, what's nice about them, and maybe why you should be thinking about a set for yourself. So we'll dive in here right now. Now this one's still wrapped in its packaging. I've been using these on and off now for quite a while. This is the millimeter set. It's in red. The SAE set is going to be in black. These are 12-piece sets, as you see here, and they're also 12-point when it comes to the box end. Now this is Craftsman's V-Series. Craftsman V-Series is an older line that they had for their professional grade tools. It kind of went away, and now it's coming back over the last couple years with some of their products. Here's the rundown. We'll go through that as well. It's got virtually everything except for 9, I believe. That's the only one missing. Other than that, it's a skip-free set. And here on the back, it's also worth noting that Craftsman, if you don't already know, is owned by Stanley Black & Decker. And Stanley Black & Decker also owns various other manufacturers, one of which that we may touch base on today is a company called Mac Tools. So, worth noting there. And then looking here, this product is made in Taiwan. Of all the Taiwanese made tools, this is probably one of my favorites as of late. Again, millimeters in red, SAE is in black. Now the case that comes with it, this is a plastic case. It's not quite ABS, it's got a little bit of flex to it, which I like. It does have a tab here for opening and closing the set. Now we look on the outside, it is going to give you a rundown of the sizes. So 7, 8, obviously skip 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And so they all fit in this nice carrying case. It does have a hinge. It is a metal pin, which is nice too. It's not just some flimsy plastic hinge. And there are various ways of holding it. If you have a pegboard and you want to hold it up here along the top, this hole, that is quite nice. Sorry, this usually locks quite nicely closed. There you go, it's closed now. And then you can also hang it or run if you want a lanyard through there and loop it through there, you can as well. All in all, that is a nice sturdy case that just does a good job holding stuff together. And while we're at it, let's just go over real quick, let you guys see what's up with the SAE. So here's your sizing, and you're running all the way up to actually 15/16. So a lot of good sizes in there for the SAE as well. And the construction is the same, only difference being that it's going to be black. Okay, so pulling open this, I also like that once you open it too, once again, it reminds you of the sizes that you have inside the case. And then the other perk to this case is you have really good detents that hold it in place and guides so it goes back in the correct spot. And they do a good job adapting this circular shape here for the handle to go into and grab onto so it does not move once it's in place. There's nowhere for it to fall out the bottom or drop. It's actually a really good design. And this design is going to be very reminiscent of Mac Tools and their holder as well. Alright, so we'll pull out a wrench here. Let you guys see it. This is a 17. Now these wrenches, they're actually fairly light. They've done a good job keeping the material thin through the middle and creating a beam, like an I-beam design throughout. And if you look at it closely too, it actually starts off thin on this end. So if you want to get in those tight places with the open end, it keeps the material relatively thin, and then it grows towards the end of the box end and becomes quite a bit fatter. So you can see that there. And here's the part number. This is laser etched on, so if you need to individually purchase or replace, you have that part number on the back side. And I like that it's recessed in here too, because that allows it to not be worn off as easy. And then I like the forging process where they've put the Craftsman in there and the V. That is just a nice, clean, high polished. I mean, if you're used to the Mac Tools version of this, it is identical in that regard. It's got the different beam in the middle here, right? The Mac has a raised portion in the middle. But this is identical in design, polish, shape, right? It's even got this nice little tight circumference coming on the bottom of the jaw. So you get in those tight places, right, where you have very limited motion and that jaw can move around and remove a fastener. It's just a nice design job that they've done here. Now, for the box end, you can see here they've done excellent job with the broaching. Very clean. Nice chamfering. And on the back side, there is no chamfer. So that actually allows you to get right up to the material and grab onto it, which in this case, you probably won't be using this side as much, right? Because it's going to abut into where you're working on. But there will be cases where you will use this backside steel. But it might be just a little bit more awkward to work with. I did paint the inside. This is a project I had, so that's why you see a little bit of red paint in there. And then look here too, inside, that's a mirror finish. That is a perfect reflection off of the inside. It's not often that you see wrenches that well completed and chromed coming out from a manufacturer. So this is actually an excellent put together wrench. Now the last part I want to talk about is this right here, their extended offset. So the beauty in that is you're able to get on a fastener. Let's say you have a fastener and there's some sort of obstruction on this side, right? Or there's a raised part, right? You need to drop down onto that fastener and miss that obstruction. This is actually very, very nice and very, very helpful. And this is exactly the copy of what Mac Tools has as well. And then you got this 15-degree offset, right? So it allows you to clear what you're working on. But they do a good job. I mean, the other option is they could have kept it at a straight angle, a 90-degree angle, so you didn't have that. But in this case, they put it on there, and I rather like it. I think it's a good addition to it, especially since they have another wrench similar to this style that has that 90-degree offset. All in all, it's actually fairly light. It's lighter than I thought, but that beam design does a great job given that rigidity, and I've worked on several projects, and it's done a great job. It's not that often that I actually really like something that comes out. I think Craftsman has done a good job swinging for the fences to try to bring in their Mac tool line into a regular consumer base. The difference being between this and the Mac tool line, because if you're excited about the Mac, their combination set, it's going to be longer. It's going to be several inches longer, each of these wrenches. And that's my purpose. You're going to get a lot of leverage on them. These ones are a little bit shorter, more in line with traditional Craftsman consumer grade products. So on the shorter end, that would be my only gripe about this set, is it's a little bit on the shorter end. Now, let's go through part numbers real quick while we're talking about it. For the millimeter set, you're going to be CMM-T87325V. And I'll put those part numbers in the description below. And then for the SAE set, you're going to be CMMT87300V. So it's only changing from 325V to 300V between the two part numbers. Now the Mac, the set, that's the same as this, except for it goes up to, I believe, 14 pieces. The Mac ends up costing you $290 for either one of their sets, SAE or millimeter. Right now, this one's on sale, this one isn't. The sale's always alternating, but millimeter right now is on sale for $40. Otherwise, it's normally, I think, about $70 or $80 for the set. So put it in your cart either on Amazon, or you could also, I ended up purchasing these actually on Lowe's before they came on Amazon, but now they're on Amazon and Lowe's, and the pricing's exactly the same currently. So put it in your cart. If you wanted a set, this is the time to get this one at 39 and some change, so it's $40 shipped to you, and then maybe sit on this one until it goes on sale if you're interested in them. But yeah, great set and lifetime warranty. So if you ever had a problem with it, take it in either to Lowe's. I don't know if Lowe's could replace them there, or contact Craftsman directly. Craftsman will fix them for you. But let's take a look at here at these being used as you're working on a project. All right, guys. So let's get a nice example here. So if you're working on this engine block, say you need to get to this bolt right here, and you have very little clearance to loosen it, right? You'll have a harmonic balancer in front of here, and you need to get to this bolt to remove it. You're going to be hard pressed with this combination end, right? The standard one from Husky, getting it on there, it's going to slip off the face, and you're going to round off that bolt. So not going to work. And obviously this end, not getting good enough engagement either. And it comes Craftsman with that extended end here that allows it to drop inside, grab hold, and then allow you to remove the fastener or to tighten the fastener. And more often than not, you find yourself in a lot of positions like that where you have limited clearance getting around to bolts, and you want something that gets on there easy, quick, and can remove those fasteners. And you can use the backside still too, right? Does a great job that way as well. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. Have you picked up this wrench? Have you thought about something like this? Is this something that will help you guys out in your projects and in your profession? I'd love to hear your guys' comments. And please give a thumbs up and subscribe if this content is helpful to you. All right, guys. We'll talk to you soon.